honeysuckle has earned a bad name among gardeners due to a very aggressive exotic species. Japanese honeysuckle, or Lonicera japonica, was introduced over 200 years ago as a ground cover. It escaped cultivation and now invades many of our native habitats. While it may allure you with its wonderful fragrance, there are some beautiful native alternatives that we can use. This is Lonicera sempervirens, often called coral honeysuckle, and it has beautiful trumpet-shaped flowers, which I think are even more beautiful than what we find on the Japanese variety. They have a variety of colors. For the throat, it's either orange, yellow, or pink, and red, and then the inside is often yellow, so we get a nice two-tone coloration in our flowers. And as you can imagine by the shape of these, they're very attractive to both hummingbirds and butterflies. The foliage has a very unique characteristic. The leaves arise opposite on the stem, and as they grow and develop, they begin to fuse and eventually form a little cup together. And this is a characteristic that you can use to distinguish our native honeysuckle from the Japanese, which doesn't create that cupping. The species name sempervirens indicates evergreen foliage, and in the more southern areas of the plant's distribution, it will be evergreen during the winter, but in colder climates to the north, it will lose its foliage in winter. In addition to this straight species, we have several cultivated varieties that we'll take a look at today. This planting of the variety Major Wheeler is a great example of a use of honeysuckle in the garden. It just looks beautiful scrambling over a fence row. Now, this variety has a slightly redder flower, and it has incredible flower power. This will bloom all summer long with these giant clusters of flowers. Another selection feature when this variety was being produced was mildew resistance. Some varieties experience mildew, but we won't have a problem with Major Wheeler. This vine will reach lengths of about 10 feet, and it performs well both in full sun and in shade. And we'll see that in all of our honeysuckle varieties, that they can take both sun and shade. But as you can see, growth is a little bit slower, a little bit farther behind in shady areas, but we still have abundant flowers. Major Wheeler is also very drought tolerant. For a lovely pale yellow flower, try John Clayton. Blooming from May through November, this variety was selected for its more compact form. It grows to a height of 4 to 7 feet, so it fits very well into smaller urban landscapes. John Clayton was bred from a plant found on the grounds of a 17th century church in Virginia. It's widely adaptable to a variety of planting sites and soils, and is also very drought tolerant. For long-lasting bloom, ease of care, and delightful fragrance, consider a native honeysuckle for your fence or trellis.